Hi everybody, welcome to the final installment of Polite Pets month, which may have moved over to the next month. But anyway, today I wanted to talk about something that we are asked about a lot and we do see a lot, which is the whole issue of anxiety and aggression in our patients. And today I'm going to probably focus more on dogs, but some of the principles are similar. And what I wanted to talk about is this concept of there being a bit of a ladder of how an animal communicates, and because they communicate in a totally different language to us, and we miss it and we aren't aware of it, then what we often see is that they get to the higher end of the ladder, where I'm going to say that this is the top rung where they bite, and that's obviously unfortunate, and we'll often see those animals brought in. Often they've been confiscated because they've bitten a child or a member of the public, and it's really sad, especially when you consider that it's probably more of a misunderstanding than anything else. So I wanted to start off with, what are some of the warning signs that the animal's kind of now on the ladder and is starting to climb up in terms of becoming more anxious and more fearful, that we can pick up earlier on to avoid a situation like this, and just some basic things that we can do. I don't have time today to show lots of videos and those kind of things, but there's lots of good stuff available on YouTube if you look at dog body language. And I'd really encourage everyone who has a dog to do that, because I've learned a lot in recent times looking at how animals communicate. That's really helped me reading the patients in here during examinations in the consult room. If an animal's feeling uncomfortable, it's not going to always communicate in a way that we understand. So one of the first things you might see if you're watching for it are the early warning signs. So I'm going to call this the early warnings. And early warnings in a dog that he's not happy with that child or you or someone in his space, or your dog in their space or whatever, are subtle things like lip licking. So if the dog is sitting there with a sort of tense look and licking their lips, he's not happy. Blinking rapidly. So if you say if you kind of watch and see how fast the eyes are going, if that increases, we're stressed. We need to listen to that. Now, these are signs that another dog would pick up hopefully really easily, and because dogs are mainly body language communicators, they would get it. We don't get it, so we need to kind of think about this. Another sign that they're getting stressed is yawning. So I'll often see patients in here, because they are a little bit stressed about about to have their vaccination or whatever, they'll be yawning, or they'll go and have a drink at the water bowl. They're not relaxed, and you can tell in their body language. And the last one, which is a little bit easier to see, is when they look away. So if you see your child or someone going over to your dog or someone else's dog, and the dog's kind of like turning their head and sort of even shifting their eyes away or looking their whole head away, that's a warning sign that you need to listen to. Because if we ignore it, we move up the ladder. So what happens is, if we ignore this, then we move on to some bit more obvious signs. And the next signs would be avoidance. So they might actually physically get up, or they really turn their body away, or physically get up and walk to a different place. Someone, or especially children, won't get that, and they'll kind of run after them. And that dog's really saying, hey, like, I'm doing everything I can to communicate that I'm not happy here. And so if we miss signs of avoidance, and I really encourage you to have a look on YouTube about what some of those signs are, and so you can see them. It helps to see them in a video. If we miss those, the dogs are doing all they can to communicate, and we're just not listening because we don't know how. And so if we ignore those, then what is going to happen is then, among other things, they may show the teeth, they might growl. And the tragic thing that happens here is, this is often the first thing we see, and we notice it. And what so many people will do here is that they will actually punish that. So they'll think that is not good behaviour. I don't want my dog growling at my child. I'm going to fix that. I'm going to stop it, and I'm going to punish the growl by either putting the dog outside or by yelling at the dog or something like that. That's a really, really, really dangerous thing to do, because what you're actually saying is, I want you to go underground with this. I want you to hide that emotion. I don't want you to express that. I don't want you to tell me how you feel. And so you've got a dog who's then showing signs that we're not seeing, and then they finally do something in an audible tone, and we're like, oh, we're humans, we deal with audible tone. Now I know what you're saying, you're growling. Don't do that. What you'll do is you'll make that dog sit there and go, I really want to tell them to go away, but then they don't like that, they don't let me, and that dog will just be like a trap, like a spring trap, and essentially we're ignoring that, we're deliberately ignoring that by punishing that, and then that dog will go from subtle signs to biting, and you don't want that. So actually, when a dog's growling, we need to listen, we need to thank them for saying, oh, thanks, I missed all the other signs because I wasn't trained on doing that. And I encourage you to get some training by watching some of the videos on how to interpret dogs' body language. And if we punish the growl, we actually create a bit of a time bomb in terms of that dog just suddenly from nothing just biting you or a child or something like that. So just as part of Polite's Pets Month, I just wanted to really quickly go over that. Look out for the early warning signs, lip licking, blinking fast, yawning, looking away. There's other ones as well. Don't ignore them, otherwise they really show avoidance. If we ignore that, then they'll growl. And whatever we do, if we see anything like that, let's not punish that and put that undercover and underground. Otherwise we create a time bomb, and that animal is set up to bite unexpectedly, because he's like, well, what's the point in communicating? I'm just going to wait until I can't handle it anymore, and then I'm going to lash out, and I'm just going to defend my space, and I'm going to communicate that I really don't like this, I'm stressed. So I hope that helps, and I hope that encourages you to look further and to, like it did with me, to get some more information, some more training on how to speak our dog's love language, because as you know, with people speak different languages, and even more so with our canine friends. I hope that's been helpful, and if you've got any questions about anxiety or aggression in your dogs, feel free to give us a call, come in and have a chat, and we're happy to talk further with you. All right.